Hey folks, thanks for joining me for this month's Crappie Now Tip of the Month. I've got a special guest, Weiss Lake guide Daryl Baker. He's going to share some of his late fall and early winter dock shooting tips.
Hey folks, I'm Daryl Baker with Weiss Lake Crappie Guides with your tip of the month. Fall is a great time of the year to shoot docks here in Alabama, and when I'm out on the water I always try to have multiple poles on the boat, simply because when you're on the docks you need to find the fish in a hurry to save time and put more fish in your live well. What I like to do is I start with multiple poles. I use the Southern Pro Hot Grub, the Southern Pro Stinger Shad, and the Southern Pro Crappie Shad. The first one and the third one are both search baits. They're swim baits. I can reel them and retrieve real quick. If the crappie are really active, those two baits will catch them because they will chase the bait. When on the day when they're not very active, I go to the Stinger Shad and usually fish it off the bottom. Try that, and I think it'll put more fish in your live well. Now folks, we've talked about the baits. Let me share a little tip with you to help preserve those baits when you're fishing under these docks. A lot of time when you're catching crappie, when you catch those fish, they have a tendency to pull that bait down on the hook. After 3 or 4 fish, that bait is torn up. You've got to get rid of it and tie on a new one. Let me show you a little tip right quick on how to preserve that bait. First of all, if you'll take your jig head, put on your bait, and then put a little drop of glue on there before you push it up, it will keep it snug and it'll keep it up, and you'll catch a lot more fish without going through these plastics. Let me show you real quickly how I do this. First of all, just take your jig head, insert it into the body of the jig, and come out just like you normally would. Now, just before you push it all the way up on the collar of that jig, take you a little bit of super glue, put it right on the collar, and then slide that bait right up. Give that about 5 minutes to dry, and that bait will last you all day.